This guy is named Cornelius Anderson. In 1999, at the age of 23, Cornelius was arrested for armed robbery of a Burger King, and he was sentenced to 13 years behind bars. But while he was out on bail, Cornelius and his lawyer were attempting to shorten his sentence by appealing to the judge. And after his appeals were denied, his lawyer told him to just wait at home and someone will come arrest him. But nobody ever did. Cornelius was waiting at his house to be brought to jail for days, weeks, then months, and then years. So he decided to turn his life around. He left all his old friends, started a construction business, and even got married. He had 3 kids and was an active member in his community. But in 2013, 13 years after he was convicted, the state figured out what had happened and they arrested him. But after they discovered that he had turned his life around, the government said, "Hey, that's our bad, you're free to go." This is Henry Tandy, and he was the most decorated British soldier during World War I, meaning he had the most medals and honors, but that's not why he's remembered today. On a fall day in 1918, Henry was propped up on a war trench just like this when scanning the battlefield before the day came to an end. When he suddenly noticed a shadowy figure walking towards him through the mist, he immediately grabbed his rifle because he wasn't sure if this guy was on his side or the enemy's. But as the figure got closer, Henry realized that this guy was severely wounded and he had a German uniform on, meaning he was indeed the enemy. The wounded soldier had no weapon and just kept slowly walking towards Henry, not realizing the danger he had just gotten himself into. But as the German realized what was about to happen, he didn't try to run away, he just stood there and accepted his fate. Henry couldn't find the strength to shoot this guy, so he let him go. That soldier was Adolf Hitler. In the 1950s, church was a huge part of life for everybody living in Beatrice, Nebraska. Beatrice was a small town, so not only did everybody go to the same church, but a bunch of people participated in the choir. Choir practice started at 7:20 p.m. sharp every single day, and no one ever missed it. So when the church priest was running a little bit behind on March 1st, 1950, it was kind of a big deal. The priest's family had just finished up eating dinner at 7:10, but his daughter spilled something on her dress and she had to clean it up. While she was getting ready, the clock passed 7:20 and they were officially late, but little did they know that their daughter's clumsiness had actually saved their lives. At approximately 7:25 p.m. there was a gas leak inside of the church and it blew up. Minutes later, the fire department was searching for bodies in the rubble, but they never found any. Because by some miracle, all 15 choir members were running late, and this article explains why each person was running behind. Jason Paget was a party animal who hated school and got terrible grades. But one day, 2 men savagely robbed and attacked Jason outside of a karaoke bar, leaving him with a severe concussion. The concussion caused him to become a mathematical genius and made him learn fractal geometry, which he had never been taught before. When Derek Amato was 39 years old, he hit his head after diving into a swimming pool and was diagnosed with a concussion and 35% hearing loss. After that, Derek began to see black and white keys in his head, and out of nowhere, he began to play the piano like an expert. Ben McMahon was in a car accident in 2015 and fell into a coma for a week. When he woke up, he could speak perfect Chinese even though he had only learned the basics as a child. Tony Ciceria was struck by lightning after making a call in a phone booth. Within a couple days, he was addicted to music, which he wasn't before. After trying the piano, he became a musical artist, composing his own music.